I'm already paranoid about the sound, but it's gonna happen. So we keep.
What's up, YouTube?
What's up, YouTube? And it's actually YouTube now.
And it's actually literally on YouTube
It's
now.
literally on YouTube. So
It's crazy.
officially, I'll put my phone on a camera.
Officially, as of last night.
no, night before, Sunday.
Oh, nice. I don't know
Sunday
what day
night.
it is anymore.
Because I was when I was on my plane.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was right after you got. I didn't drop it while you were on the plane.
No.
It was after you got back from your plane.
Yeah.
Yep. A couple nights ago, we're officially on YouTube. Dropped episode
We're officially
1.
on YouTube. Who Raised You
Crazy.
podcast is live.
Is live on YouTube, and our
And-
SEO is horrific. But that's because
And at this time, we have
10
10
subscribers.
subscribers. We have like 58 views on episode 1.
Yep.
And several of those views are people we know who have like literally told us, they're like, this thing you mentioned in the podcast, and we're like,
Yeah.
you guys have been watching
It's
us?
been good. The guys have been watching and like actually listening. Crazy.
It is weird now to like rationalize that this is a real thing that we're putting out to the internet that people can just
The
watch.
people can watch. The people are watching
People
and
are
messaging
watching.
me and being like, dude, message that I told them to message me. That's crazy.
Do you think that us, like, I don't know, do you think that now that it's real, like the first 3 episodes that we filmed,
Yeah.
we like obviously hadn't released anything. Do you think that now that it is a real thing that we are uploading, even though when we recorded it we intended for it to be uploaded, do you think that now it's like
It's like setting in.
it's gonna make the way we behave on camera different because we like have had our friends interact already with it?
Maybe a little bit. I just think like not that I thought we would be yelling into a void, but like I kind of thought we would be yelling into a void.
In a way, because like who's gonna listen to our shit?
Yeah, and now like far too many people have messaged me or messaged us and been like, hey, this thing you mentioned, that was cool or that was interesting or
even
I
just
agree with
the
this. And I'm like,
comments and stuff. Like
Yeah.
even this morning while we were like this morning, says it's 4
Chat,
o'clock.
for context, it is about 4:30 p.m.
Lucas got here at 3.
I get here at 3.
We had tech issues, so I
So many
hate to say it. I'm
issues.
like, ignore the audio; it will get better. Today,
Oh.
I couldn't check the levels because
Today,
my laptop is deciding not to output sound unless it's Curtis Connor. on
Unless it's
YouTube.
Curtis Connor or Danny Gonzalez.
So those are the 2 guys that we're allowed to listen to today. So we can't listen to ourselves. So we have the Yeti.
Who would be who?
Out of Curtis and Danny.
Yeah. I haven't watched much of Curtis, I gotta be honest.
You'd be Curtis and I'd be Danny, and
Okay.
Forrest is Drew.
Okay.
Because I think Drew's Forrest's favorite out of the 3.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
I've seen Curtis live, and I really fucked with Curtis.
Oh yeah, Rain saw them live too.
I think that maybe I just don't think you're Danny.
I'll be okay with that. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. What's up, Greg? I'm not
Nah.
like. Okay, I'll take that.
But you might.
I'm talking about how the Livs ruined Christmas, or that's the only thing I know about Curtis Connor in the last 10, 20 minutes.
I think yeah. I don't think you're Curtis Connor, but I think.
Of
Of
the
the
3, if
three?
I was to be assigned one, yeah.
What about what's his name? The other guy.
You're gonna do way more specific.
He has gold version of his channel. Forrest are gonna kick me when he listens to this.
You're gonna have to be way more. What do you need a gold version of his channel?
It's like Gary. Starts with a G. And it was, I'm only thinking of Drew Gooden because that's like what's in my head.
What's up, guy? Is what Drew Gooden does.
Yeah.
Hey, guy. Sorry.
Hey guy.
Hey, guy.
I love Drew Gooden. He's really
Drew
funny.
Gooden's great.
There's this video by Drew Gooden called. I actually don't remember. But it's something about the worst Christmas movie of all time. And Forrest
Yeah.
kept quoting it. And he's like, have I sent you that? And I was like, no, you haven't. So he. Oh, you can hear my kid neighbours.
No children.
We. Speaking of children, no,
Ah.
we talked about. He showed me like 5 minutes of it at the bus stop. And then I was going to watch the rest of it, and we never did. And so then we sat in my lounge and watched the whole video. It is fucking hilarious. They're talking about this movie. I can't even remember the movie name. But I sent a meme about it to Forrest this morning because it's just the funniest movie.
Is it like a Hallmark movie or a kids movie?
No, it's worse.
Oh.
It's like... I'm going to find it.
This is when we need a producer.
So
So we can be like, pull that up, producer.
I literally sent it to Forrest, so it'll be right here. It's called Christmas Mail.
Okay. Like M-A-I-L.
M-A-I-L.
Okay, cool.
It is the... I'm going to send you this video so you can watch it because
Yeah, do
the
that.
bits are hilarious.
Oh, hell yeah.
But it's this.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, watch Drew Gooden's video about Christmas Mail because it's hilarious.
I feel like not going to stereotype our 58 listeners, but
They might have already
seen that.
Okay. First is not going to stereotype and then does.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah, and it's like I'm not trying to be mean. You know, it's going to be followed with something mean.
Yeah.
You know.
But sometimes it's like it's not mean. It's just important.
It's just true.
Okay. There's a little fly on the focus right now.
Yeah, he's just hanging out. We've got a third guest on today. Our
Third
all time, and it is this fly. Oh, he got mic shy, guys.
The fly flew away after 3 seconds in front of the big spotlight.
Damn, someone who speaks fly, let us know what he said in the comments.
You know what I'm picturing right now? Is that fly from Hotel Transylvania? Have you seen Hotel Transylvania?
I have, but I don't remember the fly.
He's kind of like a grumpy man, and he spends half the movie going.
Oh yeah. Dude, do you know that Spotify has comments on podcasts?
That's weird.
Because I was uploading ours to Spotify. And what's up, Spotify listeners, if you're listening on Spotify?
Yeah, get alive.
Audio listeners, get alive. That's crazy. Well, it's like the pure opposite of audio listeners love you to death. Anyway, which is a Chuckle Sandwich thing, I think. Which was... Do you know who Chuckle Sandwich is? Do you know who Charlie Slimesicle is?
Yeah.
He is a YouTuber. Oh, Jay Schlatt.
Yeah.
Ted Niverson. Their podcast together.
Oh.
You might not know Ted Niverson. He does great videos though.
I love when podcasts go, hey, audio listeners.
Yeah, audio listeners. Because they would like do a visual bit and then they'll be like, audio listeners love you to death.
Love you to death.
Yeah, and I think about it often.
Get alive.
I think we should keep that. Audio listeners, get alive.
Get alive. Me when I like watching people's facial expressions. Go.
Literally.
I
don't remember what got us there.
Neither.
Oh,
We're talking about Drew Good and who, and then I don't know. So we have a bit of tech issues, but hopefully we're hoping it's fine. We've got the Yeti here.
It's fine.
Talking about the fly, I think.
Oh yeah, we were talking about the fly. He's back. He's back. Holy shit.
Okay, we need to stop doing this.
Yeah.
Okay, we're filming episode 4.
Mm-hmm. It is also the 23rd of December.
Which makes this over a month since we first filmed our first episode.
I was going to bring up that it's Christmas Eve.
It's Christmas Eve, which is my favourite time of year.
Yeah, literally.
Because it's more gimmicky than Christmas Eve.
And it's nice because for once I've done all my Christmas shopping. I finished it all yesterday.
I did it yesterday. I started it and finished it yesterday.
Damn, you're real.
It's all sitting under the tree. And I could talk about what I got my parents for Christmas because this is not going to be uploaded.
This is not going to be out by
and
Christmas.
they're not even home.
Yeah.
I got them some cute plates with some profane words on it.
Hell yeah.
I got some chopsticks. And I got a vinyl for me and my dad.
And your dad.
And my dad.
Yeah.
But it's for me.
The way that we do Christmas in my house is like, we do it sort of Secret Santa vibes.
Yeah.
So we'll each draw a name out, because there's 4 of us, so we'll each draw a name out of the hat, and that person you get a big gift for. And then, but for everyone, you get a stocking stuffer, which is something that has to be under $20.
Cool.
So my stocking stuffer for my sister is, I went to the IKEA. Dude, Auckland has an IKEA now, and I went with a couple of my mates, and so I'll talk about that experience if we want. But I got my sister a throw blanket from there, which was literally exactly $20. Oh, I love a throw blanket, and my sister.
Why is my sound so quiet?
Warning for mention of cats throwing up. My cat loves to throw up in my sister's bed.
Ugh.
Ginger, you're a menace, but you're also sick right now, so I love you, and I hope you get better.
Love you, Ginger.
And so
love you.
She has been stealing the throw blanket from the office, and then
as she
throwing
should
up on that, and she's been washing it. So I got her a throw blanket, a dark green throw blanket. And why am I getting so many messages right now at the time we're recording? I was awake all morning, no messages.
So because people don't message you in the morning because you're never awake.
Hey, that's mean. It's 4 p.m. Yeah, when I say I was awake this morning, I meant I had an appointment at 1.
Exactly. I love that. The name my parents were like, when you wake up at something about us going out when CK wakes up. I said 12, and they were like, oh, I thought you meant 12 the time because that's when CK will wake up. And I was like, rude.
Yeah.
I'll wake up whenever someone wakes me up.
Yeah, what the hell? Whenever I have people staying over my house, I had our lovely guest from last episode, Carter, staying at my house for the camping trip.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't happen this time, but like basically every time someone will stay at my house, I have to be like, okay, what time are we getting up in the morning? Because that's the first time you'll see me. Like, I'm not going to be up at 7 a.m. entertaining you. I will be up when we plan to be leaving.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we're doing plans at 11? Cool, I'll see you at like 10:40, maybe, if you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
10:50, pushing it.
The band comes over, and so my house is, I'm the drummer, so the band is at my house when we do band things. Bye, Lucas. And they, what did I even say? Oh, it's at the point now where we'll have band that usually starts at like 1 p.m., sometimes 11, and they'll get here. I'll know they're getting here at 11. I'll maybe get in the shower at 10:55. They'll come in. I'll be in the shower. I'll get out of the shower, go, hey, see if anyone responds. I'll walk through the lounge, see them sitting in the lounge. It's just how it is.
That's so funny. That you're getting out of the shower and you're like, hey, people
in my house. I walk through my towel. It's those two, so it's fine.
Yeah, no,
but it's funny because like there have been times where Forrest gets to my house for band and I'm in bed naked, haven't showered yet. And like I'm just under my duvet and he just walks into my room and sits on the end of my bed because like that's just what we do.
Oh, hell yeah.
But it's just funny to me because it's like, what? CK,
yeah.
Get good.
Sometimes like someone will be coming to my house and like I'll wake up like half an hour before they're meant to be there and they'll have texted me like when they go to leave, like leaving now, and I'll be like, oh, crazy, morning, I'm awake now.
Crazy.
That was half an hour ago.
I'll see you soon.
Yeah, literally.
No, I think that's the best way to do it. Also, my friends have they know how to get into my house. So like they can get into my house without me being awake. So they can literally walk into my bed.
Yeah, I mean, one person
walk into my room.
One person knows my home's door code, maybe two at this point. I don't know how observant Carter is. One person knows my door code, and I told him it like 3 years ago, so I don't think he remembers it anymore. And that is one of the guys from our old band. So
funny. Yeah.
Crazy.
We, like, in a way, when you started talking about Christmas, I was like, is this going to be a Christmas episode? We can talk about, like, Christmas and kids. But I don't think we're making it a Christmas episode because the purpose of today's episode, pre-established, was Camp Debrief. Because we filmed an episode right before camp, like, literally like 2 days before.
2 days before, yeah. Because it was the day Carter flew up, so it would have been the Wednesday, so it was literally 2 days before, yeah.
And we couldn't do it last week. In the last week because as soon as we got back from camping, I went away, so I wasn't going to be here. So this is kind of the first time we had scheduled that we were able to film. Yeah. Doubly, me and Lucas both lost our voice while camping.
Oh, dude, I lost my voice
so
literally
horrifically.
the day. Okay, you know what's funny? The day after we filmed the podcast, I wake up, voice gone. Listener, I don't know how to stress that this is voice literally fully gone. I wake up, I do my stuff. I go to talk to myself out loud at one point. Literally nothing comes out. I'm like, what? I go
you didn't say what.
I didn't say what. I went. So I go into the bathroom. I'm like, okay, what can I take to save this? I have some lemon sip, like sachets to add into a cup. And Carter hears me moving around, and so he's like, oh, cool, let's go time. He walks out. I go to him. I go, hey. Nothing comes out because I've lost my voice. And this is the same day where we had to do all the shopping for camp. We had to pick up a person we hadn't seen in 2 years for camp and bring them back to my home. And then we had to make a cake with said person. We didn't have to make a cake with said person, but... So it was kind of the worst possible day for me to lose my voice.
And then 3 days later, like clockwork, we're camping and CK wakes up in a tent, goes to talk to it and is like, nothing. I had a bit. I didn't lose it totally, but it was pretty gone.
Because Carter also basically not basically fully lost his voice, but he also had it go a little bit.
Yeah, and then Etoile also had it go a little bit.
And then I think Ari also mentioned. Towards the end of camp, a lot of people were like, or just after camp, a lot of people were like, Lucas, I'm losing my voice. And I was like, is that my fault, or are you a yapper and I'm just also here?
When it happened, I was like, it felt like for me, because you were sick, and I was like, I don't feel sick. I feel like I'm losing my voice because I talked too much.
But for me, it was sick. Like, I had, like, sore throat, cough.
It would have been laryngitis for sure for both of us.
Okay.
Laryngitis is like it's not the cause, it's the symptom.
Right, okay.
Laryngitis is losing your voice.
Oh, okay.
But like because of a flu or overuse, it like singers can get laryngitis.
Yeah.
We had laryngitis probably from an infection. It's a swelling of your voice box.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Or vocal cords, one of the two. So I googled it and that's what it said.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So we didn't film a podcast episode, and several people made a comment about how they were glad. Because they were like, it would have been awful. It would have been awful.
Yeah.
We talk so much, but even
awful.
like still, my voice is probably quite squeaky. Maybe
my voice is
I've got a bit of fry.
Basically fully there, but every so often it like...
Well, we were singing earlier, and when I lost my voice, it wasn't the problem. The problem wasn't that I couldn't talk, because I will talk regardless. You'll hear me make sounds.
Oh, yeah.
But it was when I'd be singing, and I'd be like, you want to go for a drive?
Yeah.
And even still, like, because I could sing like, you want to go for a drive? I can hit those notes now, but before I couldn't.
Yeah.
But also we could yippee.
Yippee. Mine's still kind of gone. But I don't know if that's because my voice is just dropping more, and also I lost my voice.
Whoa.
Or,
bro, testosterone, like...
It's fucking evil.
It's fucking evil.
But yeah, camp was fun. Okay.
That sounds
okay.
Bro's gonna shit on camp so hard. Camp was...
3 adjectives to describe camp with is what I was gonna go and do and make you do as well.
Okay.
Fun.
Should we do one each?
Okay. I'm gonna take fun.
You're gonna take fun? What the fuck am I gonna say?
I'm gonna take fun.
I'm gonna say... daylight. I'm gonna use the cryptic words. You can use the normal ones.
Okay. I was gonna use stressful.
I'm gonna say connection.
See, you're doing all the good ones.
You said fun, bro.
I did say fun, which is a fucked up
Bro
one.
says fun and then stressful.
It says fun and then stressful. I should have thought of a third. Community.
It's fucking gay. Also, pre-warning, whenever I say gay, it's in the most positive way. I am so homosexual.
Too homo.
Too homo.
For context, CK has a Christmas gift over there that's addressed to homo.
I meant to write to home, and then the Freudian slip got to me, and I wrote to homo.
The writing Freudian slip.
The writing Freudian slip. But what was I saying? Oh, my last word.
Third adjective. Word. Yeah. Because daylight's not really an adjective. Is it? No.
I kind of didn't think of adjective. I just thought of
no,
words.
that's fine. I don't think community's an adjective. Oh, community's an adjective. Kinda? No, definitely not. Holy. I did not do my last year of college or high school.
I was going to say loud, but I'm like quiet because I didn't talk.
But was the vibes loud? What does that fucking mean, dude?
The vibe's loud.
You gotta know what I mean.
I'm gonna say barefoot.
Okay, real.
Because I think that was like groundedness, but like barefoot was the way in which that presented.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to elaborate on any of your words?
Well, I mean, it was fun, of course. It
was cool.
It was 16 of my kind of tight homies.
Yeah. People you haven't seen in
people I haven't seen
while.
in most of them a year.
Some of them 2 years.
Some of them 2 years.
Some of them a day. You know.
Yeah. Some of them slept in my house last night, but yeah. So it's always really fun, but also as an organizer and the guy who's cooking and the guy who's kind of making sure that everyone is existing in the space well.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say babysitting, but I really want to.
Tie back into the kid thing.
Yeah.
Babysitting.
Yeah. It's always a little stressful. It's effort, yeah.
And you are like along with Carter, you are like not in charge, but even if it wasn't put on you, even self set up, you are in charge of making sure it goes well.
Yeah, and
like mentally.
And like I'm the guy who knows where things are, and is there this thing? I'm like, yeah, there is. Let me get it from my stash.
Yeah.
Yeah, and dude, so many camp people are gonna watch this.
We love all of you.
We love all of you. Any of these,
and
anything
don't
that's
think
brought
that something's
up,
targeted towards you,
unless it obviously is, and you say your name in it.
But we won't say anything mean because I would do that.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, I always feel like like, I can never fully relax on camp. And I know that's my own me
I
putting
get
it
that.
on myself.
I think it's whenever it's something that you are sorting out, there is a personal thing with it. Like when I go camping with Forrest and his parents, like I'm sure that I'm sure that his parents were feeling stressed about making sure all the food was ready and everything's right. The TV just turned on. You must have found the remote.
Where's the remote?
It's right
Is this
there.
it?
Yeah. Netflix gonna stop playing. There we go.
There we go.
The new season of Stranger Things. Does that starts playing in the background?
Ugh, yeah. We just watched Steve.
But
yeah, I don't know. And I know it's just my own stress of everyone else having a really fun time. But, you know.
I also think, I don't know, like, in my head, I don't know if it did anything, but the way that I viewed it's like, as your +1, I was hanging out with everyone, and I was part of the group, but I was also, like, I wanted to, at least, if anything, be, like, a buffer for you. You know? Like, if there was something that you obviously couldn't handle, I would be like, delegate it to me.
What would that be? That's crazy.
I was like, I'd want to just, like, make sure that you're chilling, but also like I'm an adult, I can take care of shit.
Yeah, real.
You know?
Yeah, they would just be like, and I know this was myself. There would be times where I'd be like chilling, and then I'd look at the time and I'd be like, oh, I gotta make fucking dinner now, and I was like, damn, I am the dad. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's not how parent feels.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, dinner was late a couple nights purely because I just wanted to keep playing Bananagrams.
Yeah, no, which is valid, which is real.
Which, you know,
night, me and two others didn't come to get our dinner from the dinner queue because we were in the middle of a Bananagrams round and we're like, we'll be there in a second.
Oh, yeah, that was really real of you. Yeah.
But, yeah, thanks, Rain, for being sick as fuck with the
literally
pulling through.
The biggest possible shouts out to Rain for that final night.
And pulling through with the cooking.
And making dessert.
Fucking.
Bro made stewed apples on camp, and that was fucking goated.
That was goated as hell. We needed more than warm apples around off barbecue.
One of the comments, because we do a post-camp survey, because I'm a nerd and I like to know what people think and how we can make it better. One of the comments was literally like, give Rain the proper things to make a dessert. And I'm like, you better fucking bet your ass that next year I will be working with Rain. Yeah. And I'll be like, hey, you willing to do this? We can get things for you to do.
Sorry, Benji, you miss out on a year of being a camp cook, Dad. Lucas' assistant, and Rain just steps up.
Yeah, Rain is my. Well, Sylvie was also a very good sous. I had a couple very good sous chefs.
Very good sous chefs.
You know, yeah. Also, you know, big shouts out to Carter for also doing everything. I feel like that was implicit, but I also didn't want to like big shout out to Rain and not shout out to my co-leader who also kept shit running.
Yeah. Also, like, Lucas's tent broke in the middle of the camp, and we had to we snapped into mission.
Yeah, I had this lovely, beautiful, roomy I think it's a 3-person tent, all to myself, because it's my personal tent, and
not because he's greedy, just because he's special.
Just because I'm special. And it was really windy one night. We were all eating pasta. And it was really windy one night, and the wind came through, snapped a tent pole.
Like, we saw it, his tent literally concaved in on itself, all of them.
But it had done that, I don't know if you know this, it had done that one time during the day, and that's why when it happened, I was like, yeah, it's fine, it'll bounce back out.
And then it didn't. I went to go and grab, I went to pull on the tent poles to bring them back up to a brace, to at least hold them, so that they wouldn't bend and snap, and then as I went to grab them,
yeah.
And the sound of a tent pole snapping and then ripping through the top of a tent is like. Then I look at Lucas, see his face. I just go, I'm not going to talk to you about this right now. You can see this happening, and we all just start taking it apart. Cause we're like, if we don't take it apart right now, the tent's going to keep ripping. So we just started dismantling it.
Literally, fully silently. Put my bowl down. Yeah, it was literally fully silent. Put my bowl down. Just start taking the tent down. And you all were also fully silent there with me. What do you say
to the bro? Oh, Lucas, did you just see what happened?
Oh, Lucas, isn't it crazy that's happened?
Your tent just broke, bro. What are you going to do? Where are you going to sleep?
Bro, holy shit, it snapped. Where are you going to sleep now?
So we packed it up. Lucas left.
Yep, we packed it up. I go.
I think
I don't know if I walked off without saying anything.
I think I told you to go away.
I said, I'm going to go text my parents. And then I walked over and I take my phone off airplane mode. It's on 15%. All my notifications loading in took me down to 2%. So I then had to go into, because we had a caravan on site that we were using to charge phones in, go into the caravan and charge that there were one person in and eventually two, and charge it and attempt to not like cry as they tried to talk to me about like, oh, was it your tent that broke? Oh, what are you gonna do now? And it was like, I care for you deeply and I like that you're here, but I can't do this right now. I'm literally gonna turn my back on you while my phone charges and get it to the minimum amount that I can leave this caravan and go like.
And then I think it must have been Carter. Or we were sorting some shit out and someone was like, you want to go talk to Lucas? And I'm like, I will. And then I walked over to you at the caravan and you had your back turned to this person and you were charging your phone. I stood there for like 30 seconds and I thought about what to say to you and I was like, no. And I left.
That's really funny.
Because I don't think you saw me, but I was just like, I'm not going to try and talk to you right now because you're already not talking to this person. And if I come in, I'm like, so Lucas, how you doing? So I walked away, went back to them, said, I'm going to go see him in 5.
Yeah.
Then I saw you sitting down on the bank looking over the beautiful sunset.
Beautiful, incredible sunset.
And I sat down to you and I was like, do you want me here or do you want me to fuck off? And you were like, it's fine.
I want you here. I just don't want to talk about my fucking tent right now.
And I was like, we have a plan. Do you want me to tell you? And he was like, no.
No. I literally said no.
You're like, I don't think I can handle that. And I'm like,
yeah.
Fair enough. And I knew you would say that, but I still had to ask.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that you asked. Yeah,
and then we sat there listening to Toxic play by Britney Spears. The music was fucking comical. It played Toxic, it then played ABBA, then it played Hurricane from Hamilton.
No, Hurricane by Bridget Mendler.
Oh.
Yeah.
I added that to the playlist as well.
But yeah, no, because I'm not a person that cries often, if really at all. And there were like 3 times where I was like close to tears, and I was like, no, be normal. The first time was when I walked away. The first time I walked away to text my parents, and I was just fighting through tears, and then my phone was dying, and then I walked in. And then when the people in the caravan started talking to me, I was like, I'm gonna cry. And that's why I turned my back on them, because I know it was rude, but I didn't want them to see me cry over this fucking thing. Because it felt so... I know it's not minimal, but it felt so minimal.
No, that's the worst. Whenever you need to cry, the feeling while you're crying always feels like it's fucking pointless.
Yeah, literally.
Like whenever I've had to cry about a thing, especially afterwards, you go, I cried for that?
Yeah, also those two, like, I'm not the closest.
No.
Like, I think if it had been, like, friggin'... Like, I'm not gonna name names, but there are like a couple people that I'd be like, yeah, it's fucking whatever, I can cry in front of them. But those two, I'm like, nah, this is fine. Because
that's revealing, right?
That's real revealing.
Like we've been in tears laughing with each other, so therefore I've seen it come out of your eyes, so it's like it'll be more normal. And then
I also knew if I'd started crying in that caravan, they would have felt they had to comfort me, and I don't think I wanted them to comfort me.
No.
So I just turned away and let the tears
something about
exist.
Crying and receiving comfort is not something like feels. It validates that there's a reason you should be crying, which like in turn fucks you up because you're like, I need to keep crying because the emotions that I'm feeling are real and I can't just suppress them. Are you worried about how low my track is, or are you?
No, I was just my phone turned off with the timer.
So it's like there was this one time when I was 13, I think, and it was my birthday party, and I'd planned this whole project and no one was into it, and like I've been spending weeks like learning how to do this craft, and then I was teaching it to everyone and everyone was finding it too hard. And obviously when I spend weeks learning a craft to teach to people and they have been learning it in half an hour, they're not gonna like be able to do it the same way I have in the last 3 weeks. So I like tried teaching to them and they were all finding it too hard and they were asking me to help them and they kind of were moving on and doing other things, which was a great lesson to learn. And don't schedule party things that are like strict and will ride on your happiness that day, because then I was messed up, and someone came up to me, a friend came up to me and she was like, are you okay? You look like you're gonna cry. And I just was like I just burst into tears. I'm like, no, I'm not fucking okay. Why would you ask me if I'm okay? Because as soon as someone notices there's a reason why you're physically upset, all of a sudden it's like, oh, I am physically upset and there's a reason I should be. Yeah,
while the question, are you okay, is very fine and innocuous, when you're like, not okay, the second someone goes, are you okay? It's like, fuck you. Are you kidding? Look at me. Like, come on.
You should be able to tell that I'm not okay.
It's so valid that you asked, but fuck you for asking.
And also, it's like if you think someone is not okay, you you should probably still ask them.
Yeah, no, 100%. This is not me telling you not to ask them.
But in the moment of being asked, are you okay, when like you are feeling extreme anxiety or you feel like stressed the fuck out,
or you feel those things and you believe you're hiding it, is so much worse. It's like, are you okay? And it's like, yeah, why do you think I'm not? What am I doing that makes you think I'm not okay right now?
Yeah. I'm a strong believer in message your friends later and ask if they were okay during a moment, because then they're in the privacy of their own space on a phone and they can be like, I wasn't, or yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But also if like your friend looks fucked up in the moment, ask them if they're fine.
Yeah, check on your friend.
But as being, it is like, it's interesting. I also think as a kid, like, I don't know, being told, like, I am lucky to have been raised in a house where my parents were like, it's okay to cry. Like, I've seen both my parents cry. I've cried around them. Like, I cried a lot as a kid.
Yeah.
But I also think that, like, there's nothing worse than, like, having a moment and suppressing it fine. And then later, like, just a little bit later, crying about it. And then your parents, like, noticing that you're crying and making a comment about it. And then all of a sudden, like, they're hugging you and apologizing. You're like, it's fine, it's not even that big of a deal. But like trying to like talk yourself out of why you're crying to someone who's comforting you, it's like it makes you feel so like you can be validated for crying and then being like, it's okay to cry, but then to be like, I'm sorry, it's not that serious. Also crying when something isn't that bad, and just like, even though the crying is a fine response to that, I don't know, as a kid crying feels massive.
No, 100%. Like, it's not that my family was It's not that my family was, like, a non-crying household. We just didn't really do it. And I also, like, as a person, it's not that I don't cry. It's just that, like, I don't cry.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it better than that.
No,
like, the only times that I've ever cried is when I'm overwhelmed or, like,
physically,
kind of in a very serious breakdown, or, like,
physical pain.
Physically, like fucked, basically. Yeah. Like, I think that's the thing with the tent situation, is it was just like, oh, this is the thing that's finally overwhelmed me, and now I'm gonna think about it, and that's what's gonna make me cry.
Yeah, it was less about the actual thing itself. It's about the fact that now you know you have to mentally deal with that.
Yeah. Now here's one more thing that I have to
Here's one more
deal
thing.
with.
It's like you're already on a tense point of knowing there's so much chance for you to break and for you to get overwhelmed, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, this is the thing that will do it.
Oh, cool, this is the thing.
This is the thing that will do it.
My parents, and this is the thing. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's also like, it's a time you I think it must have been one of the homies when we were there was talking to me about, it's like, camping is a good thing. It's a great thing, but also it is kind of shit.
Yeah. Like if you really think about it,
like, I love waking up early and going to bed late and spending the whole day socializing with my friends and chatting to them. I love sitting around a picnic table eating breakfast and like just chatting. It's not a big thing, and like and like going on a walk to the beach, walking around some caves. Like, I really fuck with that. But also, you're not getting great sleep.
Yeah.
You're not eating great meals.
Like, the meals are fine, but you're not eating great.
You're not eating great. You're like you're
everything
tired. You're covering yourself in sunblock and then sand and dirt.
Everything is
You're
sort of limited. Like, all food and stuff. And like water and stuff is like kind of limited, and it's
so it's like it is. I would do it over and over again. And I will do it over and over again.
I will be doing it every year,
but there's still a part of it where you're like, you have to accept that you're gonna be at your limits. Like the shower that we had when we got back was like,
oh, it was magic, bro.
Bro just came about a shower.
Literally, I'm creaming my pants as we speak. Like, dude, because we were late leaving the campsite because one of the younger people's parent just messed up the day. It's easy to happen. So we had to wait with them. So it was literally basically
meant to leave at 11 and then left at 2.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And then Carter's like bag chicken closed at we left just before 2. But Carter's bag chicken closed at 2:50. And our maps the entire time as we were leaving the campsite had us getting to Auckland Airport at 2:48. And so the whole time that we're going there, it's like, we're stressed.
Speeding.
Stressed. We're not speeding that much because the car would beep every time my dad sped. It was really funny.
Your dad casually breaks the law.
Literally, low-key. But, yeah, and then we get there, 2:40, we arrive at Auckland Airport. We pull into the park and ride. We dash in.
dash
dash in, he dashes in. We go to the baggage, like where you get your baggage tag. We put it on the fucking thing. We scan it. Scan it again. What? We scan it. It goes off 2:45. Literally 2:45. We hugged so crazy. Like when we got out of it, and I made a joke about it. One of the Air New Zealand ladies that was standing there was like, yeah, "No broken bones, right?" And it was like, "No broken bones." And then we ran into our other friend who was flying out of that same day because Rain was also flying out.
Oh, funny.
And so they found us right after that had happened, and it was like, crazy, yeah, cool. I'm gonna go now because I need to take the best shower of my life and then go to quiz. And it was like a 7-10 minute shower.
There was like I became like great homies with Etwell and Sylvie. Sylvie's the person who was staying with Lucas night before and night after because of their flights from
the place they
live. And we can dox ourselves, just not other people.
Yeah.
But they, I drove down with Etwell and Sylvie.
Mm-hmm.
And then I drove back with them as well.
Yeah.
And Sylvie needed to be back at Lucas's that night and then was going to go to the airport the following day.
Yes.
And there wasn't enough room for Sylvie in
my car because we bring all the gear.
So we were like, cool, Etwell can take Sylvie back. And then it was like, and drop them off, like could hang out at Etwell's or could hang out and then you'd pick them up later. Yeah. And it was like, I was like, hey, do you want to, because me and Lucas do a pub quiz every week and we wanted to go to it, but we were like, there's a good chance we're going to be dead. Yeah. But we really wanted to go to it because we were just like, that's where we see our friends and, it's a thing that we enjoy.
Yeah.
But there was a good chance we couldn't. And I was like, we don't have to, but I wanted to. Also, my favorite food truck is there at the moment. So I really wanted to be there for the food truck,
Yeah. Hey, fries tonight.
Huh?
Fries tonight, white lady.
No, it's miso raw again.
Really? On their website it says, crazy, those were good as fuck dumplings.
You're going to get them again tonight. I've been thinking about that all week. It's because they're doing the 10 days. They're doing the straight run through.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice. Their website said white lady and I was like, okay.
Okay. No, it's miso raw again. I'm pretty sure. Because they were like, we're here until Christmas, and we're like, and it was like, yes.
But yeah, sorry. Great feedback.
So I said to them, I was like, you guys, like, Sylvie can come back to my house and hang out with me just for the day while I do some application stuff, and then you can come with me to the pub quiz, and then Lucas is coming too, and you can go home with him after that.
Yeah, I'll take you.
And then we were driving back, and Natal was like, when is the pub quiz? Like, where is it? And I was like, it's in my suburb. Like, come back. You can
pull through.
Like, you can low-key spend the day at my house and chill out with Sylvie, because to go from his suburb to my suburb is a bit of a mission. It's
crazy, yeah.
And so then we went to Etwell's house. We hung out there for a bit. He had dogs. Yes. His dogs are fucking great. Etwell, if you watch this, you're not going to watch this, but I love your dogs.
I love your fucking dogs.
I'm like stressed about my audio, but I don't give a fuck. There's nothing to be, I can't check it. Then Etwell had his best shower of his life. Then we drove through, and I don't know if I told you about this. I did tell you about this. We went to a car wash.
Oh yes, Etwell also told me about this.
And we like not a one that you drive through, but when you park your car and you use the thing, we had 4 minutes, and it was the best fucking thing. We had so much fun with the scrubby brush and the hose. Yeah. We loved it. And then we drove to my house, and I did application while we played some Seafarers Catan. And then they had some Ben & Jerry's ice cream, and me and Sylvie had the best showers of our lives. Yeah. In my shower, we both washed our hair. It was blissful. Yeah. And then we pulled up to quiz. Well, I went and took my drum lesson, and then we went to quiz.
We pulled up to quiz. Yeah.
My drum student got me a gift.
So sweet.
A Christmas gift. He customized drumsticks for me with symbolism of my band.
It's so cute.
But he wrote me a card. Children's affection for adults in their lives, when I think about it, I have always been really connected to the teachers in my lives.
Yeah, right.
Like some specific teachers that I've had.
The good ones.
Like the good ones. I've been like, I don't think a child ever forgets a teacher that they loved.
Yeah, I agree.
But also they don't forget a teacher that they hated. Yeah. Like the teachers in my life, I was like, I don't really know what the deal was with them. They were very neutral. Yeah. But the teachers who I'm like, one teacher I had, sorry, I'm off track, but this is a interesting tangent. There was one teacher I had in year 13, so I'm pretty much an adult, and in their card that they wrote me at the end of high school, they wrote I will miss you dearly, Ihua, but I know we have made our mark on each other's lives. Aww. And like I read that back like 30 times because I was just like, whoa, like that's exactly like how to put it. Like we're not going to be in each other's lives much. We might catch up in like 5 years and like talk about whatever. Yeah. But I was like, that's it. It's like throughout you teaching me the last year, it's my non-binary history teacher who like had a great impact on my. So they talked about how having trans kids in their class who like affected their own identity and shit, and it's like, whoa, heavy shit. But also it's like deeply that has made a mark on my life, having that teaching experience. And then similarly, like there are teachers I had in primary school who I was like felt super safe and comfortable with, and I'm like, you were an early figure in my life as an adult who was cool. And there were also teachers like I overthink things a bunch. Like I had one teacher kiss me on the cheek when I was in primary school, and I think about that so often. I'm like, they didn't know that I would think about that so often, but that was one
fucking phone, dude. I hate it.
That was like one experience of like inappropriate intimacy as a kid that I'm like, oh, I remember that like forever. You know?
I think with my social anxiety, I think like looking back, I think it definitely reaches back further than when I noticed it getting atrocious, because I don't think I ever formed really like super deep connections with my teachers in primary school because I'm like, I'm annoying them. I'm just a kid in their class. There's 30 other kids in here. I'm just annoying them. But there are definitely
last thing they want is me also talking to them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
But there are definitely like teachers from like high school that I would like go back and see. Like my media studies teacher. I love that guy.
Yeah.
Like I want to go back and be like, yo, I'm doing this thing with my life now. Do you think that's cool? Tell me you think it's cool,
Tell me you think it's cool, please.
Like when my old band dropped our song, we sent it to him. me and my boyfriend, who's also in my old band, were like, what if we sent it to the media teacher that we both had and both loved? What if? And I don't remember what he responded, but he did respond something.
That's so cute.
And I was like, it's him.
There's like my music teacher from high school, like she follows my band on Instagram. Like we send her shit. We say, do you want to buy a t-shirt? Do you want to?
Did she?
Come next year. Yeah, she didn't buy it in the first round, but she bought it in the second. Yeah. Because she said she literally like, by the way, we're doing another round. We emailed her directly because we were like, nice. And she was like, I saw Maxine wearing one today and I was so jealous. And I was asking when you were going to do more. So I'm not going to miss out this time. And she did it and paid instantly. And we were like, yes, love you. Sweet. And then like, there's other teachers. Like I follow a couple of them on social media. There's a teacher, an old drama teacher, who will send me links to job things and internship things. Like if you or anyone else is interested, like da 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 da. Oh. And it's like,
I never like connected with any of my high school teachers like out of high school. Like, I never got any of their Instagrams or, like, their fucking emails or, like, that is, sending that song to the media study teacher is the only connection that I've had with my high school since I left.
Yeah. I wonder if that's partly, like, my teachers, we were, like, there was a bunch of year 13s who were leaving, and they were, like, there were some year 13s who they were, like, you're a cool adult.
Yeah, right.
You can follow me on Instagram now.
Yeah,
and
right.
you can share things with me that you think are cool.
Yeah.
Whereas I think maybe when you were leaving at year 12 and it's like you weren't part of the class that was leaving for the teacher to be like, this is appropriate to do now.
Yeah, but there were still like teachers like, I had a really good science teacher in year 10 and then a really good
great science teacher in year 10 and then she
11.
left.
And those were both teachers that I like, when I was getting my shirt signed, I was like, I want to seek out these two teachers because I fucking hated their subject, but I loved them.
Yeah.
And I was a little shit to my bio teacher. That's because I had friends in that class and we were little shits, but not as bad as the other little shits.
Not as bad as the little shits.
We were like okay little shits.
Okay.
Same as with my science teacher. Actually, I'm so sorry to those two teachers
when they watch this. That's why I feel comfortable talking about teachers on here because I'm like, they're not gonna fucking watch it.
Yeah, especially not my teachers. Like, come on.
Maybe my ones.
Yeah, send this to the media studies teacher.
No. For my reference, you see the work I'm doing now? It's a podcast, and I reference you.
That would be crazy. Yeah, like, and there was like the one lesbian English teacher that I had in like year 11 that I see around queer events sometimes with her little baby. She's got a little baby. She took a maternity leave the year after I left to have a little baby, and then I saw her at a market, and she had a child.
Two of my old music teachers had kids in the last year, and I was like, okay, it's baby time, and they're both queer.
Whoa, it's queer baby time.
It's queer baby time. That's the episode name. It's queer baby time.
I'm actually gonna do that.
Because it's a baby.
It's a baby.
We had a great what?
No, I was just thinking about Jesus as a baby. Why Jesus as a baby?
We have a great. I'm not going to read them out because it'll expose us too dearly. But we have a great list of quotes from camping this year.
Oh yeah.
A really fuck-ass list of quotes. They're like solid ones.
They're not solid quotes.
Not going to last forever.
They're not like the quotes channel on the Discord. It's the ones these are the quotes.
These are the quotes, and they're like. Also, I think that a quote channel on Discord. Someone says something on a call, you quote it. That's different to being in person. Someone making a bit, you laughing hard as fuck in person about it, and then referencing it for the next 3 days.
Also,
but it's a baby.
I'm sure there are people from the Discord that are going to watch this and then not know I feel like this, but my pet peeve is when people quote themselves in a quote channel. Like, I understand it, and I get that you think you're funny, but whenever I see someone sending through something and it's quoting themselves, I'm like, oh. And I'm not going to say anything else because that would be too mean.
Okay, we'll move on then. No, I get it.
Yeah.
I think sometimes I say something so funny and I continue the bit on long enough that someone will go, okay, I'll quote you on that, you know?
There are some things that I've seen, I'll be like, that would be great in the quotes channel, but I'm not going to fucking quote it myself. You kidding? That's bad.
But also because I think for me it was easier because I had the quotes note on my phone that if I see something funny and I joke about it being like it should go in the quotes and someone's like put it on there because it's my I'm gonna type it into the thing. But also I'm not sending it, I'm adding it to a list, which is different.
I think the best quotes to put in a quote channel is when no one realizes and then you quote it and they get the ping and they're like, you quoted that? And it's like, yeah, I fucking quoted that.
Exactly.
It was gold, are you kidding?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ask consent for things, but you don't have to ask consent to quotes.
The quotes channel is a lawless land.
A lawless land.
A consentless land. No.
You said it.
No.
You can't.
I can't call it that.
You can't call it that.
I can't call it that.
But I mean, you did say it, like, you can't be offended that I quoted something that you said.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, you said that with your friends.
Someone said in the confidence of your personal chat. You don't add that to a quote channel with other people. No,
unless they can. But if I'm in a group call with my homies in a server that has a quotes channel, and you think I'm not going to quote,
you put it there. I'm going to put it there.
Come on. Yeah, exactly. You put it into the world. I'm going to cement it in history forever.
So how do you feel about children?
But
yeah. I guess like we're talking about camping a bit, but we're also talking about development things in a very vague way. Yeah. I do think almost that when we have guests, the podcast might be more focused.
Yeah,
because
I agree.
we have things that we can talk about that we think are just interesting to tell y'all, and also just conversations that we want to have.
Yeah, about
that we're saved for later.
Yeah,
but I also think that something about us, like I'm not going to say to you, I'm like, how do you feel about pregnancy? Because I feel like that's a conversation we should save for when there's a guest to make it more interesting. And they can weigh in. But I also feel like it could be a good thing to start where I'm like, have you had any thoughts about raising a child over the last week that you've seen on social media that you like thought about or weighed in on, or any content you've seen that's made you think about something?
I mean, there's always children content on my For You page, and I send it to you, and you like it, and we move on. That one video, I don't know if I sent it to you, but I saw this video, I think it was literally maybe this morning or last night, of this kid eating a cupcake in a diner, and he goes, "This is literally the best day of my life." I'm like, that's crazy because you're 4 years old, so it would be the best day of your life so far. Children have just, right now, if I had the best day of my life, I would find it so hard to quantify it as such.
Yesterday, Forrest told me, he was like, that was the best day of, literally ever. And I was like, yeah? And he was like, about another day that he had with another friend. And he was like, it was my favorite day of this year. And I'm like, that's something you can do. But also, I would go, of the whole year? There's been so many days this year.
What if this was a better day?
But if you had, a really amazing day I think you can say, that was my best day of the year.
Yeah.
But to go, if he was like, that's the best day of my life, I mean, it could be true. Yeah. But it's
I have no idea if it is.
I have no idea because memory, right?
But when you're a child, you're 4 years old, you have 2 and a bit years of memory.
You have been asking for the last week to go to a diner and eat a cupcake, and then you do.
And you do.
And it's
literally the best day of your life.
So good. Do you have any childhood memories that you were like, this is a peak?
Ooh.
Where you feel like you probably experienced that feeling of this is the best thing.
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of my childhood memories that I don't really like conjure up unless something explicitly reminds me of them.
Totally. I think I have stories and I have negative memories.
Yeah.
I have stories of I can contextualize a story and go, oh, when I was a kid this happened. And I have like, oh, this is a childhood trauma that I had.
But I can't like instantly pull up what I think as a child was the best day of my life.
No, it's not like bank of...
Yeah.
It's not like we're Inside Out with the little cool
oh,
memories.
That'd be so nice. If I could just be like, dude, get that up the chute right now. Joy. Send her up.
I feel like I need to talk about this. It's from Critical Role. Spoilers for episode, I think I'm on episode 6 of campaign 4 of Critical Role. So if anyone is watching this and hasn't watched that, skip until, I don't know. I'm not going to talk about it for long. But until you hear me stop saying Critical Role character names.
I'll figure it out and I'll put a thing on screen.
You don't have to. I don't want to make you do all that work. I'm worried I'm flashing the camera. You can put a little love heart over my crotch.
You do? Okay, I'll be on crotch watch.
Crotch watch. Lucas is going to watch my crotch later while he edits this. Okay, episode 6. There's this scene in dialogue where like they need to find out some information, and Thimble was like I told you about how it starts the funeral.
Yep.
The main guy the guy whose funeral it was, Thimble was his like companion best friend.
Okay. Yeah.
Like dead, super tight. Yeah. And so he's dead, and so Thimble's like in the process of grieving him, and they've been doing all this adventuring stuff, but then there's moments where you realize that she's literally just grieving her best friend who died.
Yeah. And
so she like needs to like there's this
best friend that died. Do we have any information about
Huh?
that? Don't worry. Carry on. I'm going off in tangents in my own mind.
And like they're talking to Sallow, who's this like fairy. They're in like a Hawthorne's. It's a place that's safe for fairies. But this fairy, and like they need information about when a certain guy was sent where, because they want to find him, and like they need to find this guy because they send him to a place where he's gonna die, so they need to like go there quickly. And this person's like, I need you to I need this to be a worthwhile trade for me to give you this information.
Right.
Like it needs to be something that you need. Like you need this. We made a joke about how you're a small fairy. You can only hold so much information at once. Like literally said like, give me a memory of Thiazi for you that's important. And she's like, forever? And she's like, yeah. So like she had to, in that moment, choose a positive memory and tell this story to this person for that person to like consume it as like a life force or whatever, and just it will be gone. They'd never be able to remember that moment again.
Yeah.
And the friend who was with them told them, like whispered in a secret language in their ear, was like, tell them and I will remind you forever. As long as I'm alive, I will tell you that memory. And I think one of my biggest fears in my whole life has been memory loss. I always think about it, so I'm like, pairs with my fear of death. It's almost like when the thought of losing memory and forgetting something that's important is terrifying. Like, what do you mean I wouldn't be able to remember something that I can currently remember? Yeah. And so, and memory loss is a real thing. Yeah. That like is a thing that affects people. So in my head, I'm like, that's actually a terrifying thought. But in this moment, she told a story about how Thiazi had taught her to read and write, and how she called him Thaz, and she was the only one that was allowed to call him that because she couldn't write a J, so she just like called him Thaz instead of Thiazi, and I was like, holy fuck. But it's like, and then she just doesn't remember like any of that. And it's like the thought of sacrificing your own joyful memories and choosing one to go, this is positive enough that it works for the requirement of this deal, but I am choosing something to willingly forget. Like, ugh.
We were, I was at Friends, we did like a Friends Christmas,
literally
the day after we get back from camp. And we were throwing out, one of the friends there was throwing out hypotheticals. And one of them was, I'm pretty sure I might be quoting this slightly wrong, because Lord knows I don't fully remember. But it was basically, would you rather never be able to make any new memories, or start fresh right in this moment? Like, you have to relearn everything right in this moment. You have to relearn how to walk, talk, etc., how you feel about people. Or never be able to make memories ever again. The memories you have now are just the memories, and you can't make anything more.
But then you wouldn't be living.
Basically, yeah.
For the rest of your life, you wouldn't experience life at all.
Yeah, you'd have no memories. You can't remember
any conscious moments, then you just... Like, what, short-term memory at all? Like nothing? Like, you get to another day and your day is wiped? Or is it like, throughout the day, you don't know what's happening?
The second one.
So you just
Like, you've got very minimal short-term memory to, like, do day-to-day things, but that's it. Any interaction with a friend, anything anyone tells you, any information you learn ever.
I would go with I would have my memory wiped and start again.
That's basically what we all chose.
Because it's like you need like that memory and context and personality is the point of life.
Like, I would rather
if you're just gonna stay alive and not know anything about yourself, what's the point?
I would rather accept the like minute to slightly larger like changes that my personality would go through from having to relearn everything, and like the way my relationships would slightly change, rather than just not be able to live, basically. No. If I was like 60, sure, I'd choose the second option, but I'm not. You know?
If you had a catalogue of memories that you fueled your personality, and that felt like enough to you, and you're just gonna...
Yeah. And you're gonna die soon anyway.
See, people at 60 are gonna die soon.
I do. I'm saying that with my full chest.
Mum's age. No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I think that my mom said something at one point, which I still think about a lot. It's crazy how these like little tidbits of something someone will say will make you go, whoa.
Yeah.
Well, she was like, I was asking her questions about being a teenager, and I was asking her questions about when she was my age, and she like was struggling to remember a lot of it. Like, she knew things, but it's been 40 years since then. So like that's a lot. Like 40 years is longer than we can contextualize mentally. Yeah. We don't know what that's like. We can remember maybe baseline 10 years of the last 10 years of our life, you know, and then bits before that. So when I was talking to her, and she said something about how when you're a like teenager, that's when your morals are decided. Like there are things in your life which will affect the way you are for the rest of your life. It affects the way you make friends. It affects like it's personal experiences that really dictate the way you are for the rest of your life, and you don't remember shit. And I remember being terrified by that. I'm like, oh, so the things I'm making right now, the reasons why I am becoming the person I will live my life as, I'm not going to remember in 40 years, is like, whoa.
I once was down in another city visiting someone who used to be a super close homie. And it was his birthday, because we used to go down for each other's birthdays.
Yeah.
And there was a baby there, and the parent of the baby was like, Lucas, do you want to hold the baby? And I was like, dude, that thing is so killable. Are you kidding? I'm not going to hold that fucking baby. I didn't say that, obviously, but I was like, no, it's okay. You go to
this new parent, you're like,
and then I could kill that baby so easy, though. Think about it. And then I go back to his place, to my homie's place, and I'm stone sober, and I'm sort of having a moment. I'm thinking about how, like, he still references it to this day, like, don't get Lucas started on babies, like, it's the baby tangent. And how, like, almost, basically, like, if you think about it, almost everything we are today is kind of decided when we're babies. Every thought we have, every, like, feeling we have, the way that the beliefs we have is sort of, like, first put in there when we are babies.
Yeah.
And that's fucked up. Like, you know, if you, like, and it's the kind of the whole thing of the podcast, but it's just, like, everything that we are and will ever be is decided when we're babies. And I know that that's, like, mostly wrong, but it's also not.
It's mostly wrong in terms of, like, there are deep things that change you as you age.
Yeah, but also, babies.
And the way that babies are raised.
Yeah.
Nurture versus nature, chat.
Yeah, literally. But
not,
like
nurturing at such a young age. Mm-hmm. It's not like you are born with certain genetics that make you the way you are. Yes, true. Yeah, but it's like the nurturing that you experience as a kid, like in your infant stage. Yeah. Those are things that you can't shake. Mm-hmm. Those are things that like you have to deep.
Sorry, audio listeners, I just mimed shaking a baby.
Not the cultural climate for that, Lucas.
Sorry.
You're going to get cancelled on Twitter.com. You're going to get us cancelled. We're going to get a podcast with a cancelled guy. You know what that means to me?
I mean, had one of our homies who's a minor text me going, I can't believe you're getting minors to text you. They want to make out with you. And I went, stop.
I didn't mean that.
No, don't cancel me. Fuck.
Close homie of ours, of yours, but I'd like to claim it. Messaged on the Instagram. And was like, goats, get me on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And they messaged on the YouTube and say, like, they let anyone have a podcast nowadays. And I showed that to my dad, and I was like, this is duality of this person.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, a comment. Oh, it's him.
It's
him.
This
is funny. This is
funny. This is great.
Yeah.
I saw the comment before I saw the user, and I was like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, me too. And then I was like, oh no, I know who this is.
I know who this is. Yeah, no, it's very interesting. That's one of the reasons why it's like we've talked about one of the earliest conversations that wasn't trivial that we had about this. It's been like that for a while.
I know, keep talking.
Like one of the reasons that we like were like, this is actually an interesting podcast, not just us saying our kids are gonna be Ranger. You know, like
Yeah.
like actually interesting was we were talking about how I do really want to be a parent, and I like to think that I would raise a kid well.
Yeah.
I think that based on my understanding of raising children, obviously I do more research when it actually came down to it. My understanding of child development and my understanding of like how important it is, and not just something that you do and people do throughout history. People raise kids, people have kids, procreation, but the raising of a child instead of just like the passive like having a child and raising them in your own personal ways.
Yeah.
I think makes me my understanding of that as a concept makes me feel like I'd be a good parent.
Yeah, like it might be egotistical of me, but I feel like I could raise an okay kid.
I feel like I could raise an okay kid, but then what that is like, that's the issue, is it's like you will never know the person that you're raising until you've raised them and fucked them up in so many certain ways. And we don't like have a comprehension of how, like, we think we have a great relationship with each other. We could raise a kid and our relationship could fall down the drain, we could so deeply fuck up that kid.
We could be the worst co-parents of all time. We could be divorced type shit.
Yeah,
Like,
we could
you'd
like
never
not be
know
on speaking
until
terms
that's
because
there.
we actually, when it comes down to it, when we're raising our kid, we don't agree.
Yeah, right.
Even though we're like, in theory, we're like, yes, but then when because we can talk about this equation with our hypothetical child and have the hypothetical child as part of it, but that is the issue, is because they're hypothetical, all of our situations can just work.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we can manipulate this mental image of a child to be like, well, we'd raise them this way, we'd raise them this way. If this thing happened, we'd adjust to this.
Yeah, exactly.
But we
never actually
know. If there was
know.
an actual real life child there that was not only we weren't impacting them, but they were impacting us, then it's like that changes everything.
Yeah,
because
literally.
Because they could have not only one of those things, they could have all of those things that we are considering.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Sorry for the camera when the room is getting darker. I don't want to turn on the lights right now.
Yeah, it's like
We're not gonna
so
record
close to the end
that it's like literally not.
Like we're technically already over an hour, but you know, vibes.
We'll like go like a little bit longer, but I'm not gonna turn on the lights.
I made the YouTube say an hour and change.
So, yeah.
But yeah, I also feel bad that the camp debrief was me talking about the stressful situation.
Okay, let's talk about the best moments of camp.
Oh, okay. You should start.
I should start?
Yeah.
Okay.
As a newbie to camp.
We have this thing at the end of camp called the chickpea chat, which I've heard being talked about quite a few times. I never experienced, but now I have experienced it. And it's like talking emotionally about things that are important to you. And like it started off with the origin of queerness, because it's a queer sailing trip that you were on. And so like people still talk about that. That was sort of the primary like vibe behind the different dialogues that were had. But I was sitting on the floor with my like neck between someone's legs. I think I was like holding their legs and whatever, and they told their story and they started crying, or like were visibly choked up by what they were saying.
Yeah, right.
Or not visibly, audibly.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't see them, and feeling their body shake while they almost cried made me start to cry. And then someone else, another friend of ours, told like a really like soul-bearing story of their life, and then I was actually crying, and then I said before them I was gonna go, then it was my turn, and you know how fast I talk, they know how fast I talk. I was talking so slowly.
Wow.
And I was like, oh god, I don't like this, because I was holding this can of chickpeas, like slowly like peeling the paper off, like barely being able to choke out nothing that deep, like something that felt so soul-bearing in that moment, but I was also like, this isn't that important to me. This is something during the day I could have said easily. And I think when you like put yourself in a situation which is emotional, it can be cathartic to say something like that, which isn't even that deep set in you. It's not even that, like, but to say it while crying in a situation where other people are crying makes it feel like an emotional release, and it's not that often that you get those.
It's the vibes of the situation.
It's not that often that you get like an emotional release in that way. This is not what I was going to talk about, so I'm going to talk about the happy things.
And it's still a good time.
I really enjoyed that moment where I felt like I had, like, there were people in the camp that I connected with really closely. Like, I got really close with you and Sylvie and Etoile and Carter. And that was like, I was like, there was like a group of us that we were just in certain times where the five of us would just be talking. So like that was a nice connection that was building. But there are people that I was like, this seems like a really cool person, but I really haven't had a close moment of bonding with you. I talked to Etoile at one point about how one of our favorite points of the whole trip was walking to the bathrooms, because it was a scenario where you were like, someone's come with me, and you take a buddy that you just a random person, and you walk with them, and you get 4 minutes to just talk about something random and have a moment of connection.
Yeah.
And so I feel like in that Chickpea chat, I got to actually, like, there were some people who I still can kind of remember what they were saying, and I can, like, it makes my heart warm thinking about them as a person. And I'm like, I didn't talk to you, I like barely talked to you while we were camping. In that last day, I made a connection with you that's quite deep. Without the you know.
In a way, I wish that, and I think I'm gonna talk to Carter about changing this next year. In a way, I wish we'd done the Chickpea chats on the second to last night, so that we kind of would have had a full day to, like, not debrief, but to, like, hang out in the vibes of the things that were soul bared, if you will.
Oh, for sure, because the next day it was pack out and leave.
Yeah, it was pack out and get the hell out of here. Like, there are a couple of things that were said that I'm like, I would have loved to talk to you about this, but
yeah, and also, like, some people didn't get to say their thing.
Yeah.
Because we all went to bed because people started getting headaches, and we just we were done.
Yeah.
But we weren't done. And if there was a way to go, like, hey, I know this isn't the real space again, but we're all sitting around talking while we eat dinner. Can I keep talking about this thing?
No, 100%.
You know, I think that would be a good way to do it.
Yeah, there were definitely a couple people that talked to... I know each other, and a couple people that talked to me afterwards being like, yeah, I feel like I was just ready to say something, and then it dispersed. But...
It's the way of them.
What can you do?
You can't change it at that point, but still.
Yeah.
No, I think that's a good shout. And how about you? Any other favorite moments?
Was that your favorite moment?
I don't think it was my favorite moment, but I think it's something that I still think about. I think my favorite moments were like collections of. There was one day where the small group of us went on 2 walks. We went to the beach and then we went to the caves. And both those were quite cool, and it was a slightly different group, but like mostly the same. And we were on the beach. We spent about 2 hours walking along the beach, and we ended up in this thing where we were, I think it was maybe Sylvie who started it, was walking, and then we all started stepping in their footprints, and we like were only walking in each other's footprints, and like we were making it silly, like stepping really annoyingly so the people had to follow, and then going like this, and then we would switch who was leading and do that, and that lasted for like 45 minutes, and there's so many cool photos of it because we all just like look like we're in a line, like it like looks like connection, and I'm like, that's just something that just happens, and you can't plan for that, but it is something that brings you a lot of joy in the moment. You're like laughing about it, and I'm like, that was a really good moment.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite moments was the sand art competition, if you will, if I can call it that. Well, I can, because that's what it was, but it was also just like just vibes, just sitting there like a toddler with my legs fully splayed, just making my little turtles. I'm gonna put the turtles.
I was just gonna say you have to.
I'm gonna put a montage of the art actually on screen.
Yeah, totally.
But just making my little turtles, my really atrocious turtles compared to like someone else's friggin'
beautiful like
shark or the duck. Even that was crazy.
The duck was crazy. So we made a duck. And as you can imagine, it was like a 3D duck. So it's like literally like literally 3D. And they made the body perfectly. Then they had the issue of adding a head onto this sculpted sand body. And then they were like, I don't know what to do about a beak. And I was like, a leaf, bro. And then she went and got a leaf and chucked it in there. And it looks you'll see it.
The stingray was also cool.
They were all great.
That was cool, but that was just like in the circle that I was working in. It was all sea creatures. Basically. Yeah, it was the duck, which I'm calling a sea creature now, I guess. The duck, the crab, the shark, the squid. The squid was cool. Great. I felt bad that it was destroyed first by the tide.
The tide, it's nature.
Yeah, it's nature.
It's not like we all went and kicked everything apart from the snow.
Well, those were consensually kicked.
Consensually golfed and stuff.
Consensually golfed.
So, yeah, that was one of your favorite?
Yeah, I think it was fun. Yeah.
I also liked the nighttime chat that we had at the picnic
table. Yeah.
I talked to some people about how big group connection is really awesome, but it's sometimes hard to talk in big groups.
Yeah.
Sometimes one-on-one conversation, you'll actually get to say what you want to say. Or even in big groups, you'll be telling the little things to the person next to you, because you're like, I'm not gonna announce the group because the conversation's moved on. But by the way, when we were talking about this thing, I found that interesting.
There were definitely a couple people in the survey that were like, I wish we'd done big group things more. And I was like, that's so interesting. You had the power to make that happen, but I understand why you didn't.
Yeah.
There were a lot of things on the survey where it was like, I wish we'd done this thing more, and I'm like, you should have said that. Like, at camp, you should have been like, hey, can we do this?
Yeah.
And I understand why people wouldn't want to do that. But also at the same time, it's like, I don't know what you're thinking. I'm just here to do the food and tell you where things are. And then I'm also just here.
Like, in a way, it's like a strong advocate for if you want something to happen, make it happen. We're all here hanging out.
We're all here hanging. Like, they did Mafia.
Yeah.
They didn't need us for that. They did Mafia, you know. Benji's little son-in-law continued on the tradition, which was really sweet. But yeah, I do understand that there are things like chickpea chats that feels weird. Someone else to start, but also at the same time, I feel weird starting it as well. But it's like,
it's the way. I'll start it next year. I'll bring I'll throw a can of chickpeas at you.
Nice, and I'll get knocked out, and we'll have to call an ambulance instead. But
that's how it goes.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it goes.
Okay, flick the camera one more time, and then we won't make you do it again. What else? There were definitely things that happened that I'm like, I want to reference, but like,
I know there were so many things that I'm like, I want to talk about.
It was like 5 days of 4 nights.
Yep. Well, how would it be 5 days and 4 nights? It would be the same amount, but no matter what, low key. No. It doesn't. Well, 5
days. We go down on a Friday, we come back on a Tuesday. That's 5 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh,
Monday,
right.
Tuesday.
You're kind of, yeah, right. Yeah.
Lucas gets it.
I get it.
Lucas gets it.
Yeah, like there were so many things that happened, but like so many things that I don't know how to like just like reference and pull up.
Rip into.
I
do think there were really some great inside jokes and moments. Like we had Lucas make early in the camp was like, I'll give you a treat if you pick up a duck hamburger style. So for like the whole rest of the camp, whenever there was a duck, we were like, pick it up.
Hamburger style,
and
get it.
Like Sylvie was like, I think the prominent like. She was gonna do it.
She was gonna get that out. Did I show you what fucking Ari sent me? I haven't told anyone about this because I just didn't.
Shout out.
Ari shout out. Big Ari shout out. Dude, the day after I get home from camp, someone sends me a video of them holding a little finch, hamburger style. And I was like, oh my god. I'll put this on screen.
That's amazing.
Like, holy crap. This is so cute.
I've just been reminded about the plane bit, which I was talking to my dad about this morning, which is one of my favorite bits. Was we were in the place where we were camping was a fly zone.
Yeah, flight path.
So for
like all
lots of international flights.
Lots of international flights. Basically all international flights.
All international flights. There was there. I don't think we got really any domestic flights.
Yeah, I think there was maybe one, but no, not really.
And so Lucas has a flight tracker app, and so does Carter. But it's like it's the goated app. It's the hit in your social media.
Yeah.
But we. Oh my god, my shorts are riding up so high. But we talked about how. What am I even fucking saying? Anytime, so it started off by saying, "Oh, I wonder where that's coming from," and then like Lucas would check, and we'd all place our bets, and then it just became consistent where we'd say like Lucas would see a plane, we'd go, and he'd go, "Place your bets," and we'd all like start saying Singapore, Hong Kong,
or like a plane would fly over, and someone would just be like, Fiji, and I'll be like, "Oh, I'm checking now, okay."
Like I remember there were so many times where you were in the kitchen and I was sitting on a map playing cards somewhere, and I'd go, LA, like would just yell.
Yeah, and most times I would just check it. There were 2 times where I was in the middle of something and someone would be like, Singapore, and I'll be like, I'm not fucking checking this right now.
It's okay.
I appreciate you, but I'm not checking this right now. But yeah, it made it seem like I was really autistic about planes because people would just start going, Lucas, plane, and I'll be like, okay, yeah.
But that's one of the things that now whenever I see a plane, I'll think about that. Like I love moments like that in like life where you like it's just life things that become funny or become a bit, and then those life things continue without the person, but you still think of that person forever.
Yeah. I hope that if all those 16 people just think of me when they see a plane.
I do.
I know they won't, but I hope they do.
I haven't seen many planes, but you know.
But hey, I will. Think of me. Yeah. But yeah, I know there were a lot of little moments or like stuff that went on. I was
going to talk about. I won't name drop her, but campground owner.
Oh. The fucking goat of all time.
Love her.
Literally the greatest.
We had the best interactions with her. She was always talking to us so nicely. Mm-hmm. Like I had
water one day.
I had a conversation with her where like she was asking me about things and saying how nice things to me, and she just knew that I was part of the group, but didn't. I wasn't one of the people she'd been in contact with, but she'd seen me hanging out with the leaders, I think, and then she was like, oh, that they have composting toilets at this campground. I want to name drop it, but I won't.
Yeah.
Because of safety reasons. But if you find this place, you'll know it's the one.
Yeah, it's the road to get out to it sucks dick and balls. However, it's such a nice campground and such a gorgeous place, and we have such a good connection with the owners now. It's like, you know, I know that the road sucks dick and balls, and I know that the beach is kind of sucky. She made a point where she was like, you guys might want to go somewhere else next year to see different views, and we were like, and I think Etoile made a comment to her about like not with saying we're a group of autistic people, we're gonna come back to the same place over and over again, but just was like, I think there's a lot of us who appreciate the sameness of us coming back. And hey, next year drinking water in the campsite.
Yeah, they're gonna have
which is gonna be really good.
A
rainwater. Yeah,
it's great. It's exciting.
Yeah, which is good because so the way it works at the campsite is like the water is technically drinkable, but Auckland Council can't call it that because there's a specific chemical it's missing. So it is drinkable, but then like day 2, she was like, "Hey, you can fill your water in the lodge," which has the chemical that you have to put in it because it's the drinking water for the place.
Yeah.
So you know,
it's the cleanest water you'd find.
Yeah. Some guy was like, "Hey." Came up to us, I think it was like on day 1, and he was like, "Hey, where do you guys fill your water?" And I'm like, "Okay, so I'm going to tell you the strat that we use, and you're going to probably feel uncomfortable about it, but it's the truth, and that's what we do.
It's the truth."
And just be like, it's technically drinkable, but
yeah, no, it's good. It's good stuff.
It is, yeah.
The sand is really hot. It's a black sand beach.
It's a black sand beach. Oh, dude, those like 2-3 seconds that I took my shoes off for, I was like, "Fuck this."
And we've been walking on that the whole time, and you were like,
"Holy crap!"
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you got down to like near the water, and it was nice though.
It was nice and fun.
The
water was really nice. It was really good water. Nice. Not swimmable, but really nice to just wade through.
Yeah, paddling pool next year.
You know, you need that.
Yeah, I now have a paddling pool. So
we thought we would fill up. We took a paddling pool down, and we thought we'd fill it up.
We didn't.
The walk to the beach is too long for that to be worth it.
And also, like, getting it. Oh, dude, the rainwater next year. Like, if it's in that area, it'll be super close to where we camp.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
This is
okay.
It's not that much of an extra box to take.
Yeah, fuck it. And we bought it this year. Why not? Yeah.
I think we're getting pretty close to wrapping up. We're about to go to the quiz again.
Yeah. We're about to dominate.
It's the last quiz of the year.
Yeah.
There was a great moment at quiz last week where...
dude, we technically got 10 out of 10 on a quiz round, remember? Technically, there was a Finish the Christmas Lyrics one. And they said we got all 10. We didn't.
But they said
it. And they said our team name out.
Loud, so everyone thinks we got a 10.
So we got a 10 out of 10.
But also that round we put so much effort into. And also
so
goaded my grandma. She walks past. And
she was good.
My uncle nudges her and he goes, "They're struggling with this answer." And she'd obviously knew it because she told him. And so she whispers in my ear. We're like, "Do you know it?" She goes, "Da da 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 da." And we write it down.
It was so fucking good.
There was one question where we just bullshit. With the quiz, there's answers you don't know. You just don't know them.
Yeah.
There's no point in writing a real guess when you know it's not going to be correct.
Yeah.
So you might as well write for the love of the game. One time we wrote
Michelle Obama
for like a
swimmer who's also a model, I think. And we were like, it's Michelle Obama.
It's Michelle Obama.
It's Michelle Obama. There was another like Finish the Lyrics one, and we were like 60 girls in hot cars.
Yeah.
Because it rhymed.
Yeah, it rhymed and it fit the vibe.
Yeah.
So this one we wrote, was it like...
the old razzle dazzle.
The old razzle dazzle.
Because it was the line from it was a line from Fairy Tale New York, and it like which I now know, and it was like something. Talk to me in a drunk tank and blank, and we were like, give him the old razzle dazzle.
And then I wrote F slur because they say that in that.
They do say the F slur in that song. They say a lot of slurs in that song.
They say a lot of slurs.
It's crazy.
But like it was really funny. Yeah. And also the previous week of quiz, one of our team members had their car locked in the car park. And we were across the road at the bar and we freaked out about it. So we sent messages to my homies who are the bartenders and we were like, "Hey, please help us." And so they helped us out. And then my friend was like, "I'm gonna bake you banana bread." I was like, "I'll kiss them or make the banana bread." And I passed that on and they were like, "I don't know who they are, so I'll take the banana bread."
Dude, his banana bread is so good. We had it at Christmas.
And then he made that banana bread and we took it to our quiz master last week and she was like, "Yay!"
Oh, hell yeah. I didn't know you'd done that.
Yeah, I love Love our quizmaster.
She's literally the goat.
She's literally the goat.
There were 2 weeks we had a different guy, and he just wasn't the vibe. He was cool. He was a good
cool.
quizmaster.
He was funny. He wasn't
quizmaster.
our quizmaster, and I
No.
love her. So we're going to the last quiz of the year,
Yeah.
and everyone was like, "Are you sure there's another one?" And we are like, "Our
Yes.
quizmaster told us we'll see you next week." So
Literally told
there was
us.
literally she was like second to last.
Yeah.
We're seeing you today,
Yeah, come on.
quizmaster.
Come to quiz.
Come to quiz. Well,
Yeah.
don't come to quiz.
Don't come to quiz. Not you.
unless you are one of the people that already comes to quiz. Or
Unless
has
you're
been
already in the
invited.
group chat. But if you're not, don't come to quiz.
Don't come to quiz. And if you're not in the group chat but you want to come to quiz, talk to us. If you're a
Yeah.
homie.
If you're a homie.
If you're a random stranger who found us on YouTube, and
Don't
goes,
go in the comments and go, can I get to quiz?
Can I get the quiz
no,
location?
no,
We'll be
no.
like, if you're gonna
Mm.
come and be creepy, sit at a different table.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be on the goats.
Yeah, come on.
Can't be on the goats team.
Come on.
There are a few people here who want to be a guest and want to be in the quiz team. There's one person I know for sure.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I was gonna say, if you do want to be a guest on the podcast,
And we know you in real life, hit me the hell up. We want to have a guest every
people have
2 or
people-
so episodes.
Yeah,
3 episodes.
we can have a guest every second or third episode.
We want
depending
this to
on-
be a guestful podcast.
because, as I said earlier, like the moments where we get into the conversations about raising a child will be it's the most we can talk about our personal dynamic as raising parents enough.
Yeah.
We'll keep talking about it. We'll keep
Yeah.
finding things on the internet find interesting, but it'll be more interesting when there's people who are like, I would do this and I would do that.
Yeah, I think first New Year's Ep back will be us, but then the next one.
The next
Guest.
one guest.
Next one guest.
And we know who this guest is.
And we know who this guest is.
I hope she does.
I think she does.
She does. We told her.
Yeah, we did tell
We
her.
can tell her today.
Yeah, we'll talk to her about it
We'll talk
today.
about it today.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
when
when
is
will
that?
this release?
Roughly a
In
month.
like 3 weeks.
3 weeks. I was gonna say, are we gonna release on Sunday again, or are we gonna like shift?
I was gonna release when it was done.
No, like-
Sunday's good.
No, I was like,
On the Lord's
because what day
Day.
do we want it on the Lord's Day?
The Lord's
This
Day.
podcast is released on the Lord's Day, sponsored
Yeah.
by us and ourselves only.
And Jesus Christ himself,
The
who is a
Moonweaver.
baby.
Wow.
Whoa.
This is a secular religion debate that we're gonna have
Yeah.
at some point. We need to find somebody who's actually religious when we talk about our religion.
Benji, perfect. Kind of. We talked about it a lot on camp a little bit ago. The first camp, where him and B talked about it a lot. So
Interesting.
he was raised more religious than I was. We were.
I think that's a good. We can talk about that with Benji,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of stuff Benji will want to talk about.
Oh yeah, dude, his might be like a 2-hour special.
I reckon. we talked to some people and they were like, I want to come on the podcast and talk about this in like a Discord server from camp. They're like, I want to talk about this.
I'm gonna have to restart the camera soon. If
No,
we
we're gonna
keep
stop.
going.
We're gonna
okay,
stop.
we're gonna stop.
But this is
right
the last
now.
bit. But
Yeah.
they said they were like, I want to be on the podcast, and me and Lucas keep saying, like, literally responding to them, it's just saying, yes.
Come on the fucking podcast.
Like, people will be like, I'm gonna beg you, and
Please.
I'm like, you don't have to beg. It might be a while because we have to
Get through
organize
everyone
it.
else who's asked and
But
organize it.
you're
But
gonna be on the
literally, I want
podcast.
you on the podcast so bad.
We,
I don't care if you think you're gonna be bad on the podcast. Come on the podcast. People can
I've
just
had so
skip
many
that
people
episode.
who I
Who
ask,
cares?
I'm like, would you come on our podcast? And they're like, I don't know how to talk in front of a camera. And we're like,
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
90% of people who I've been like, will you come on a podcast? And we're like, yes.
We
Yes.
can talk enough for everyone.
And
If
can
you
just
sit here and you just
hang
like
out.
hold the pillow and vibe,
Yeah.
that's
Literally.
fine. That's fine.
Fuck yeah. But yeah,
Okay.
that's the
Satisfied?
episode. I'm satisfied.
Handshake.
I can't believe a 12 said it was intimate.